Ever wondered how a child's innocence can shatter the rigid walls of racial prejudice? Today we delve into the world of Harper Lee, a Pulitzer Prize-winning author known for her insightful exploration of humanity's struggles. Lee's magnum opus, To Kill a Mockingbird, is set in the racially charged atmosphere of 1930s Alabama. This classic novel does not merely paint a picture of an era, but also serves as a timeless critique of racial prejudice and social injustice. In the heart of the Great Depression, Lee depicts a society where the color of one's skin can dictate their destiny. Through the eyes of Scout Finch, a young girl growing up amidst these tensions, we get to experience the harsh realities of that time. The novel's relevance even today speaks volumes about the persistence of these societal issues. Dive into the world of Scout Finch, a young girl growing up in the racially charged atmosphere of 1930s Alabama, and prepare to be moved by her journey. Imagine being a young girl witnessing the world through the lens of curiosity and innocence. This is our introduction to Scout Finch, a precocious tomboy growing up in the sleepy southern town of Macomb, Alabama in the 1930s. Life at this time is simple, slow, and filled with the kind of adventures only childhood can bring. Scout shares her world with her older brother, Jem, a mirror of bravery and heroism in her eyes. They are nearly inseparable, their bond strengthened by shared experiences and the absence of their mother. Their father, Atticus, is a beacon of morality in their lives, a man whose quiet strength and wisdom shape the values they carry. Joining the Finch siblings in their escapades is their friend Dill, a boy with a vivid imagination that fuels their summer adventures. Dill's arrival each summer is a highlight, an event that promises endless days of make-believe games and explorations. One figure, however, overshadows their innocent play, their reclusive neighbor, Boo Radley. He is an enigma, a source of intrigue and fear. The children are drawn to the mystery surrounding Boo. They craft stories about him, each more fanciful and terrifying than the last. Boo Radley is their ghost in the daytime, a figure that haunts their games and dares them to be brave. Yet this fascination with Boo Radley is more than just childhood curiosity. It sets the stage for the broader themes that Harper Lee weaves into her narrative. It's a prelude to the questions of morality, empathy, and understanding that the children will grapple with as they navigate their journey into the adult world. The early part of To Kill a Mockingbird is a love letter to childhood and its innocent adventures. It's a world where the boundaries of right and wrong are clearly defined. But amidst their innocent adventures, a storm is brewing, one that will challenge their perceptions of right and wrong. As Scout, Jem, and Dill will soon discover, life is more complex than their games, and people, like their elusive neighbor, cannot be easily defined by rumors and fear. What happens when a child is thrown into the harsh realities of a prejudiced society? This is the question we grapple with as we delve into the trial of Tom Robinson, a black man falsely accused of raping a white woman. In the heart of this storm stands Scout's father, Atticus Finch, a beacon of morality in a society clouded by prejudice. Atticus, a lawyer by profession, is entrusted with defending Tom Robinson. He could have easily declined, citing the controversial nature of the case, the societal backlash, or the near-certain failure, but he didn't. Instead, he chose to stand up for what he believed was right. Atticus knew the odds were stacked against him. He was well aware of the racial prejudices deeply ingrained in the society he lived in, yet he chose to fight. He chose to uphold justice, to give Tom a fair chance, to show his children that the right path, though difficult, is always worth treading. He unraveled the case piece by piece, presenting compelling evidence that pointed towards Tom's innocence. He did his job, not just as a lawyer, but as a man of integrity, who believed in the sanctity of justice and equality. However, the jury, blinded by their prejudices, chose to ignore the truth. They ruled against Tom, a verdict that echoed the deeply rooted bigotry of their society. A verdict that was far from just. This was a defining moment for Scout. The trial's verdict shattered her innocence, a stark awakening to the realities of her society. It was a brutal reminder that justice and prejudice often clash, and that prejudice, unfortunately, sometimes prevails. But it's not all bleak. This harsh lesson led Scout to a greater understanding of the world around her, setting the stage for her transformation. The trial's verdict shatters Scout's innocence, awakening her to the stark realities of her society. But it also ignites a spark within her, a spark that will guide her journey towards understanding and empathy. In the aftermath of the trial, who are the Mockingbirds in this tale and why? This question leads us into the heart of Harper Lee's masterpiece, To Kill a Mockingbird. The mockingbird symbolizes innocence, and the act of killing it represents the harm inflicted upon innocence by the cruel hand of injustice. In the realm of this literary classic, who are these metaphorical mockingbirds? Let's delve into the lives of two characters who exemplify this symbol: Tom Robinson and Boo Radley. Both characters, in their own unique ways, are innocents who fall victim to the harsh judgments and prejudices of society. Tom Robinson is a black man who is wrongly accused and convicted of a crime he did not commit. Despite his innocence, he is condemned by a society blinded by racial prejudice. His eventual tragic end is akin to the senseless killing of a mockingbird, a creature that causes no harm but only sings sweetly for the enjoyment of others. Boo Radley, a reclusive figure shrouded in mystery, is another mockingbird in this tale. Despite his innocent nature, the townspeople judge him based on rumors and fear of the unknown. Yet, when the chips are down, Boo becomes a savior, protecting Scout and Jem from the real harm. His character serves as a poignant reminder that we should not judge a book by its cover, nor a bird by its song. The metaphor of the mockingbird is a powerful tool used by Lee to highlight the harm caused by societal prejudices. It's a stark reminder of the damage inflicted on innocence by a society that is quick to judge and slow to understand. Despite the grim realities, Harper Lee leaves us with a glimmer of hope. This hope lies in the characters who recognize these injustices and strive to combat them. It's a call to each of us to be aware of our own prejudices, to strive for understanding over judgment, and to protect, not harm, the mockingbirds in our own lives. What can we learn from Scout's journey, and how does it resonate with us today? In Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird, we are taken on a winding path of discovery, pain, and most importantly, growth. From these experiences, three major lessons emerge: empathy, understanding, and courage. The first lesson, empathy, is a cornerstone of the novel. Lee uses the character of Atticus Finch to teach his children, and us, the readers, the importance of empathy. He tells Scout, "You never really understand a person until you consider things from his point of view, until you climb into his skin and walk around in it." This lesson is as relevant today as it was in the days of Macomb, Alabama. In our world, where division and intolerance often hold sway, empathy can serve as a bridge, connecting diverse perspectives and fostering unity. Understanding is the second lesson we derive from the novel. Through the eyes of Scout, we see the harmful effects of prejudice and the importance of striving to understand others beyond surface appearances. The misunderstood character of Boo Radley serves as a prime example. Initially feared and judged, Boo's true nature is revealed only when Scout takes the time to understand him. This lesson holds a mirror to our society today, challenging us to look beyond stereotypes and preconceived notions. Lastly, Harper Lee teaches us about courage, not the kind of courage that involves physical strength, but moral courage. Atticus Finch, standing up against a town steeped in prejudice to defend an innocent man, embodies this courage. He teaches us that real courage is when you know you're licked before you begin, but you begin anyway, and you see it through no matter what. Today, as we face various forms of social injustice, this lesson serves as a rallying call to stand up for what is right, even when it is not popular or easy. To Kill a Mockingbird, a timeless novel, continues to touch hearts, reminding us of the enduring power of empathy and justice. To Kill a Mockingbird, more than a novel, is a testament to the human spirit. We've journeyed through Harper Lee's masterpiece, exploring its profound themes and timeless relevance. We started our journey by setting the context, delving into the heart of Macomb, Alabama, a sleepy town with deep-seated prejudices and a moral compass skewed by bias. We then moved on to the clash of morality and prejudice, where we witnessed the courage of Atticus Finch, standing against the tide of bias. Our exploration of the Mockingbird song highlighted the book's symbolism and heart-rending innocence, unjustly destroyed. In the lessons from Mockingbird, we recognize the timeless truths that resonate even in today's world. The resilience and courage of Scout, Jem, and Atticus remind us that morality isn't a convenience, but a commitment. Remember, just like Scout, each one of us has the power to challenge prejudice and uphold justice in our own ways.